What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Where are you at? Where you at? Where is my B1 family? It's so good to talk to you guys again. Family, we have to talk. We just have to talk. The flights are opening up, and shout out to all of you that are actually making your way over here to the Gambia. I'm so excited for all of you because this is going to be an experience. It's going to be meeting and connecting with like-minded family that you've been looking for a long time. And shout out to my womb sisters. I'm so excited for you guys that are coming over to the Gambia as well. So it's going to be unique for all of you. If you've never been to Africa before, this is my first time coming to Africa. And of course, my first time in the Gambia, so it's going to be unique for you. So let's talk today, family. Shout out to everybody. Put B1 in the comments if you know and you've studied the likes of TBA, TN, and PBT. Put B1 in the comments because we talking today. And as far as I'm concerned, B1 people, B1 black people are really like the only people worth talking to because they're clear, they're awake, they know that we're at war. Okay, if you know that we're at war, you're very, very clear about what the bullshit is. You're not getting distracted. You're not getting confused out there. So I really value all of you. Okay, a shout out to my new patrons on my Patreon account because I'm going to be doing more exclusive content for you guys. Real estate listings, business development, going into detail about that and connecting you with other people that are like-minded builders. And speaking of which, go to the Black Repack group on Facebook and it's going to say webinar. Okay, so for the Black Repack group people that were in the old Black Repack group, that group is no longer here. You know, it's dormant, and this is the new group, and it's only for webinar attendees. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that I have the link, but you can go on Facebook and search it right now. So it's the Black Repat, and you'll see in parentheses webinar group. So anyway, y'all, it's good to see everybody. It's good to be here. B1, good to see you. Miss Cynthia, yes, B1 from UAE. Yes, come on, United Arab Emirates in this mother. Love to see y'all. I want to read you guys something because I posted this on my YouTube channel. But shout out again to those of you that are joining me. You're coming to the Gambia soon. We've got a brother over here. Shout out to you, said he's from the LBC. That's one of our first soldiers that have touched down here. Okay, so but when you come to the Gambia, it's going to be very important that you pick up the language. I'm learning, of course, you know, my husband, he knows the language very well, but Nagadef, and we're going to start saying Gambia first. Okay, so Nagadef, Gambia first. So we say B1 black first, but it's good to kind of incorporate our brothers because we're in the same struggle. So if y'all saw that video earlier that I posted with the young man, chef, that was giving his account of what the business relations was with the Chinese, Lebanese, that was pretty intense, wasn't it? I mean, I was so proud of him for just sharing his truth because that's not easy to do in a quote unquote what they call conservative country. And what I learned, that word conservative, it actually means coonish. Okay, that's actually what it means, is conservative. Okay, so when you're in a conservative country, when you're in a conservative continent, I get it. So that wasn't easy, but that brother did put his neck out there, you know, for criticism so that people would know. But it is a truth that everybody knows about at this point. Everybody knows that the Chinese, the Lebanese, they've taken over. They ain't played no games. They don't do all this back and forth beefing between each other like the Negroes do, okay? They actually get on their plan and they make things happen. In just a short amount of time with like-minded people, you see what we're able to accomplish here in the Gambia, and we need to reproduce this type of energy. I mean, this has been a testament to me and the power of my ancestors in doing what they told me to do. But imagine what that would be like if we all moved in step like that without any fighting. Now, there's not going to be a such thing as not fighting. Let me see if I can put my man up in the corner over here. Okay. All right, good. It's not going to be such thing as not fighting, but if we do, we need to kind of stay cognizant of it. And those of us that are kind of aware, we need to just kind of move past it because it's a beauty in being able to be focused and on code. But I want to read you guys something really quick, and I posted this. But I said I refer to the Haitian Revolution a lot in my videos, so I got chills reading this as we were in Senegambia that night. So thanks to Astro Kamara for the share. Hashtag no accidents. Doti Boukman, also known as Boukman Doti, died November 7th, 1791. He was an early leader of the Haitian Revolution. Born in Senegambia, which is present-day Senegal and Gambia, he was captured, enslaved, and transported to Jamaica. He eventually ended up in Haiti, IT, where he became a leader of the Maroons and a Vodou Hogan priest. Okay, according to some contemporary accounts, Boukman, alongside Fatman of Vodou Mambo, presided over the religious ceremony at Bois Caiman in August 1791. That served as the catalyst to the 1791 slave revolt, which is usually considered the beginning of the Haitian Revolution. Okay. Lastly, Boukman was a key leader of the slave revolt in the Le Cap Francais region in the North Colony. He was killed by the French planters and colonial troops on November 7th, 1791, just a few months after the beginning of the uprising. The French then publicly displayed Boukman's head in an attempt to dispel the aura of invincibility that Boukman had cultivated. The fact that French authorities had to do this illustrates the impact Boukman made on the views of Haitian people during his time. Okay, listen. That was so deep. I had no idea that he was right out here in the Gambia. I was like, okay, did I even vote? Are we, okay, boom. Off top, so already, right? So, I refer to the Haitian Revolution a lot in my videos, and I came to this realization, and I feel myself kind of going through something similar with this revolution we're in, because the revolution never stopped, by the way. We're still in it, and remember, we're our ancestors' return. So I always think about the announcement that he made at the beginning. And he asked, okay, who's ready to fight? Who wants to get rid of the colonizer and who doesn't, right? I was like, they had to get rid of the collaborators first. And now I'm starting to see why. Let me read this. And this is Boukman's prayer. And thanks to, shout out to Tommy Rose, our virtual assistant and womb sister. She shot this over to me because a lot of y'all B1 people, y'all already know this, but this is Boukman's prayer that he prayed before he started kicking ass, basically. The God who created the earth, who created the sun that gives us light, the God who holds up the ocean, who makes the thunder roar, our God who has ears to hear, you who are hidden in the clouds, who watch us from where you are, you see all that the white man has made us suffer. The white man's God asks him to commit crimes, but the God within us wants to do good. Our God, who is so good, so just, he orders us to revenge our wrongs. It's he who will direct our arms and bring us the victory. It's he who will assist us. We all should throw away the image of the white man's God, who is so pitiless, and listen to the voice for liberty that sings in all our hearts. That's the prayer. And as I'm going through life, and I was called to Haiti too when I was 18. I was starting to study Africa and Haiti, very heavy. And that's when I learned and memorized all of the capitals of the African countries. A lot of people to this day don't know that, but I used to win contests. People didn't even know I had memorized all the African capitals and continents and the spelling of them. All the countries and capitals and the spelling of them when I was 15, 16. And I still memorize it to this day. It gets a little hairy around Congo, as you know, and Zaire and Kinshasa and the Democratic Republic. But I remember being called toward Haiti. Haiti was calling me too. I had no idea. So now that I've been called back to the motherland, I'm sitting up here going through this, seeing this, and being in the middle of a war and just seeing how the family feuds and how that can keep going on and on. And I'm like, as much as you're not here to do no bad to no people and stuff like that, you ain't nobody's punk. If it's anything in you that's a self-respecting adult, you're not nobody punk. Like, you don't want to be on this side of the team that keeps losing, where Africa just keeps looking like an ass to the world, right? Like, I'm not good with that. Let me read this comment that I got. The brother that made the video and was talking about the injustices here in Gambia, that young brother that made that video, We Speak Truth, that video, go look at that if you haven't. This is one of the comments. He says, yes, and this is shout out to Nubian-ness, woman or man, maybe a woman. Yes, my brother, keep speaking that truth to power. We need to be there for each other. Black first, Gambian first. Why should those people come to Gambia and treat you like shit? Who do they think they are? It's time we Africans as a race unite. And they say in Guyana, spend with your friend. If someone loves you, treats you with respect, protects you, then spend your money with them. If not, you know what to do. If you have to spend your money with your non-friend, reduce the amount you spend there until you have other options. I saw a video of a Chinese man saying Africans are the most dumbest people on the planet. Why did he say that? He said it's because Africans will see their brother own a business. A Chinese man will come to Africa and open the same business. The African would then proceed to buy from the Chinese man, thereby closing his brother's business down. What more can you say to that? My brother, good on thou for being so honest. I hope the ancestors bless you with success, love, and happiness. Now, that man did not lie. We've seen the same back in the States. And they sit up here looking at the family feuding like vultures, betting all their heads and all their bets on the fact that we're going to keep on fighting and let them get the spoils of war. Like, they ain't even got to fight. He's like, this is how they talking about you. This how they like, look at these dummies. And when I go back to Bookman, like, I'm not from that stock. And a lot of B1 people out here that are coming back to rebuild, and not only just the Gambia, but in all parts. We not from that stock that's cool with getting mushed in the back of the head and want to keep blaming stuff on the government and all that type of thing. Like, and we not the ones that's gonna even let our own punk us out. Cause see, we understand what collaborators are. We understand what you gotta do with them. Based on Dolty Bookman, like, we had to get rid of them. Like, I'm starting to understand now. You know, and I text Chief, and I'm gonna actually tell you guys what I text him. It's just that deep. If I need to clean it up a little bit, I will. I said, I'm starting to understand why our ancestors had to off a big amount of people. Y'all can take this how y'all want. It really don't matter because this is history. I said, because they get in the way, besides they're dangerous. I said, I'm understanding why the need for laws to be in order to a certain degree. Like those bylaws. My husband talks about bylaws a lot, and I see why he understands that. See, it ain't just me that's serious about leadership and being more empowered and not being subjugated. We need to think like this. People got a problem even listening to this right now. Probably. She's just talking about laws and tyranny. Oh, God. Oh, fuck all of these people. Look, you got Africans. You may as well say, as I said before, say I don't care about sex trafficking and child sex trafficking, because that's the whole thing that we're being shown right now. This whole world is being exposed for the child sex trafficking and how this world is just as demonic and hell-bent on making laws to just kill you at will, fuck your children at will, and fuck you at will, and go right back to chattel slavery. And you think people supposed to just sit by and say nothing? Like, that's why I'm noticing it's a shift in this tide now. We coming back to our ancestral shit. And he said, I see. You are beginning to understand why the Haitians killed the coons. Like, you ain't come for that. But damn. If in order for us to really get anywhere, we got people talking about you showing them the enemy, they getting along with your cash. You showing somebody, hey, this person's robbing your house right now. And they're talking about why are you yelling at me, showing me who's robbing my house. We don't have time for them no more. In order for us to live, what do you think we're going to have to do? What do you really think we're going to have to do? In order for us to really do something about the children, about Africa globally, what do you think that's going to really come to? I'm just asking. It's not going to be some nice type stuff. It's certainly not going to be nice. Like y'all expecting it to be. It's not going to be nice. And we want everybody, we ain't giving nobody timeouts today, Melvin, and my Mars today. People that's talking about that is tone and all that type of thing, the regular talking points. The coon talking points, we getting them immediately out. You know, we're not doing no more timeouts for people. We're not doing none of that. Exactly. We need to go full force, no sugarcoating. We B1, we doubling down. We doubling down over here because they're doubling down. They're showing you day after day who's involved with this child sex shit. I'm like, damn. So everybody's involved with pedophilia? Wow. Whew. Y'all noticed that, right? Everybody involved with pedophilia. And not even that. It's not pedophilia, but it's like pedophilia and when you eat them too. I forget what that name is, but it's like they're eating children, sucking blood. We got full satanic rituals going on out here. But y'all worry about me doing voodoo. But we got full satanic rituals. I'm gonna read this other comment from a sister. And she commented on the young man as well. And I want to talk about something real quick. She said, black on black interactions need to be upgraded. We black people need to have better rules of engagement in how we treat each other and how we interact with each other. If that improves, we will be more attracted to each other and all good things will fall into place for us. Amazing things will start to happen. For example, I will eat anything this man cooks. I'm not trying to sound sexual, even though he is gorgeous, but it is more about his persona. He seems very smart and really pleasant, has a very agreeable perspective on things, and he has an engaging personality. I hope he opens his own restaurant one day. If he can cook, many of us would definitely eat there. And she said so much that I totally agree with. Like, no one wanted to hit on the jealousy, but the young man, and as we all know, it sucks when you know your people is a segment of us and it's a mentality that's jealous of seeing another black person do well, because it's immediately like, how did they do that? How can I do it? You know, and you immediately devalue it. And that's the psychology, okay? And that's why it was so important to program the most powerful creature in the world, which was the African. It was so important to program them that way, because as long as they kept them mentally enslaved, they could keep them enslaved and take control for centuries. For centuries. That's how easy that is. Like, we don't have to do anything but come, show up, and, you know, as you said, exactly, that's PTSS. That's very real. We're still there. And we haven't moved forward. And so when you see others that's doing well, it's immediately we take it down a notch, we devalue it, we trivialize it, we don't give it the same respect that we do. You know what I mean? So we got to be very, very cognizant of that. And it's that notion that the white man's ice is colder. That brother said that. The Africans said they got to be the dumbest. The Chinese man said Africans are the dumbest people on the planet. He said it's because Africans will see their brother own a business. It's like when I was reading, it was just hurt me to read it, because I know, you know, when somebody else see you stupid, it's like, damn. That's the part that's like, really? They are sitting up here. Let me tell you something. The best thing that could have happened for my mouth was the Gambia. They have got me so bold, because I realize now that everybody lying. Everybody has been lying. And since we gonna act a fool, let's go ahead and ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off, because we already know we're in a winning position. We know we can't lose, and our ancestors are on our side, and that we on the side of righteousness. So it's like we don't have anything to fear, be afraid of. And as I said, destiny and fate is on our side. But I'm just sitting up here like, damn, like we really sitting up here getting laughed at while they just taking over. Like, China is not playing. Like, he said it's because Africans will see their brother own a business. A Chinese man will come to Africa. He'll come to Africa and open the same business. And the African man will think, And then the bad part about the mental illness is, again, the part the Chinese really laughing at right now is that some of them were getting nervous about us coming back in the diaspora, people waking up. They're like, uh-oh. But then they start to see they little collaborators and they little monkeys, they little slaves doing their dirty work, they little pit bulls coming after the movement to wake people up and saying, no, we do talk about this. No, and just coming up with every little thing to say. And it's like, yo, like, I'm watching a show right now called On the Spectrum, Love on the Spectrum, right? And it's like, it's just so funny. You know, it's the cutest thing watching autistic people fall in love and stuff like that. And I don't know if y'all have been around a lot of autistic people or people with any type of emotional disabilities or any type of cognizant or cognitive delays. I had a message coming in. But yeah, they have some delays and stuff like that. If you've been around people, you know how they are. And so even people, again, that have learning disabilities, you kind of know how they function. So when you come to places where people have that low emotional intelligence and you like, what can you do with them, Lord? Y'all gonna get over here literally, literally, and be like, what? Like, if they're not woke, as I said, there's a real thing, and they ain't gonna shut me up. This is the best thing that can happen from my mouth. I'm talking about it for real now. Like, I know we got coons back home, and I used to call them Negro pins and coons and stuff like that, and we call them super coons. We call the African super coons. We joked about that, right? But when you're here and you start seeing a level where the people in the West, Black Americans, aren't really conscious, because you got some Black folks that's out here hanging out with all their white friends, the only Black one in the circle, think it's cool. I checked the sister that's in the womb school. I was like, sis, you out at the lake with all of these white people. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, that's off code. That's not even safe. Like, anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's coon behavior. Talk about they white friends stand with them during war, and I stand against racism and these Black Lives Matter people that they got scammed. Like, girl, we don't have time. And then you come to the continent, and we heard about this, and I saw it, and I was like, damn, they be really cooning extra hard out here in the damn. Woo! They'll call you racist, and they'll be like, you come out here and see how many Black women okay with dating white men. You like, what the fuck? Girl, y'all better get ready for that. You better get ready for that when you come out to the continent. And it don't matter where you go. It ain't just Gambia. I saw some brothers in Ghana. People dealing with this in Nigeria. Girl, you better get ready for the continent. Mother Africa. We gotta talk about her infestation and why it's so much feuding. Why is it so easy to come in and just rape her the resources? It's gotta be somebody asleep at the wheel. You can't just come take over the wheel and somebody's fully alert. You can't do that. So it's, oh Lord, I said, oh shit, okay, so this is what it is. Oh, damn, this not hard to figure out. And all they can do is just try to scare you. Go back. You're not gonna, we don't appreciate, like, and you be like, damn, these people really don't have nothing else to do. And you come and you see how the average Gambian, how the average African, if you're not doing what, you see what they're really going through. And you're like, damn, you can't do nothing but have compassion for that. Like, it's people's most dirtiest secrets that's being aired right now. Yeah, it is the valley of the dry bones, honey. Yeah, diasporans are a warrior class, that's for sure. And y'all better be unapologetic. You better be proud of it, honey. Be proud. I'm trying to get into that the white area, honey, so you can really see the Bantu knots. Ooh, girl, let me push that over a little bit. I'm feeling these Bantu knives. Girl, do y'all see this royal jewelry? Ooh. Girl. But it just, again, they just betting on us, acting a fool, keep fighting. No one wins when the family feuds. Did y'all hit Jay-Z? No one wins. Mm-hmm. And as far as the African leaders, y'all, let me tell you something else. Speaking of Africans, my common Africans that understand us and stuff, like, y'all have a problem. And I roast black people back at home too. Everybody know that that's familiar with my content. You better go to the other videos because it's about us calling our shit out as a people. Y'all repeat y'allself too much. Y'all be coming on this thing trying to pull rank. I told y'all, don't do that African rank thing with me as if you enlightening us. Like, they will really be saying some shit that we know that we didn't say it over and over again. And they say, as an African, let me tell you, as an African, you need to understand. Sweetie, we don't need to, we understand what it is. And I be like, oh God, they really repeating themselves. You do not understand the government colonialism. And as they've been repeating this, they got people just getting off with their land and they gold and they stuff. I said, shit. Yeah, as an African. Like, if you don't go on the fuck on some, what the fuck that supposed to? We in the same struggle, bruh. And they doctors. And you got a degree. Okay. They'll write a whole book to say some shit that we learned watching Hidden Colors one time. As an African, what I need to help you understand. What? Oh God, I mean, like, if you don't sit your big tub, crusty ankle, cankle having ass down, pre-diabetic, because you eat too much foo-foo and moin. Baby, that's no fat asses. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me pump. All that acidic sperm and ignorance. Not even paying attention. And they like, wow, y'all are going to enjoy this era we're in. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy this era you're in. Speaking of eras, as we were decorating one of the homes, I was looking at a comment. Y'all saw the picture I put up of the living and dining areas, about 70% done. Somebody says it's like 80s and 90s. They love the decor, and that's actually great. And when I looked at it, it kind of gave me a throwback to the 90s. So Africa, to me, this is kind of how I experience it in this ambiance I create. It gives me like that 90s, nostalgic 90s vibe. That's the vibe I create. Like, it's gonna be 90s movies in there, okay? It's gonna be elaborate fabrics, simplicity, plush rugs, you know what I'm saying? And just melanated blackness. The 90s, it's like, I like the 90s in Africa. So think about the 90s in Africa. That's the vibe. Ready or not, and oh, I'll give you everything. Yes. And oh, all that you're got. Hey. And oh, yes. I'll give you everything. Yes. I'll give you my heart and my soul. Girl, let's go back to the 90s. Like, so it's like a world. You will realize you need to create a world within a world, because you're here. It's third world. You got tropical trees. You got no infrastructure. You know what I mean? It's like the ruins. It's like the African ruins. But you get to create this tropical oasis of your own. So you have to really be in charge of your environment, because your surroundings are not gonna be ideal. They're gonna, in your mind, and you have to be okay with your programming, just realistically, it's gonna look run down. You know what I mean? It's gonna be dirty, it's gonna be dusty, it's gonna be very earthy. So you're gonna have to know how to process that. But you know, me and my husband, we got kind of a 90s. So a soul 90s vibe. So y'all are gonna enjoy that. I cannot wait for y'all to see the properties. The people that are coming are just fantastic. If you're having trouble booking right now, it's a technical issue. So just hold off on that. I get it. Send us an email at Chanel, SHANEL Chanel Price at Gmail. Okay, she's our virtual assistant, or you can send it to me at artcathy at Gmail, and I'll forward it to her. But yes, so if you having trouble booking, that's the reason. But we'll have so many more accommodations for you guys. We've got the hotel, as well as the other properties that we're booking up. So y'all are gonna love what we've done to it, and the people that you're gonna meet. The Black Repat webinar group, the link, or even the thread, the post where I asked you guys, you know, to check in where you're going, you know, where you're coming from. Check in, because we're going to be pairing you up with travel pals and travel buddies to make this journey with you. Y'all are going to be very surprised at the people that sound like you. They all, like, I'm talking about the people in this network. I can't speak for nobody else. The repats that we're curating, and this is the beauty of what I like to do as database management and curating databases over these last few years in niche communities, is because I get to see that we have a real on-code community. It's a real on-code community. The people that you don't have to worry about tiptoeing around religious topics and this and that. Girl, we have done so much filtering. Y'all are gonna meet friends you've always wanted to meet, so don't worry about traveling by yourself. Don't worry about that. Some of y'all be traveling with my own mother, some of my own friends, you know what I mean? So when you get into the Black Repack group, it's so great the way we have it, because if you can't pay $20 to watch the webinar and get your information from your passports, what flights to take, all that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and even your internet, how much you need to budget per month. Like, we went through all of that stuff. So the people in that webinar community, they're already geared up with information. They're in a group, and now we're connecting you guys and getting other logistics together for your journey, because a lot of y'all are actually going to be traveling in the next 3 months. So my flight attendant skills are absolutely coming in handy. I love travel. I love people. I love being in front. Hey, welcome aboard. We've got snacks. We've got cakes. We've got wine. What you want? You know what I'm saying? And if you single, it's a guy in 12B that says he's ready to mingle. Like, it can go down. That's what's happening. And so the energy of that is not gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be without some type of pushback, right? It's not gonna be unopposed. But you see people are getting excited, and it's nothing that's gonna be able to stop what we're building and what we're here to do, okay? So thank you so much. I'm just here really for the people that are awake, the continental Africans. And shout out to the continental Africans that are awake. It was the guy that had did a reaction video agreeing with me or something like that. But Kenyan guy, he's sweet as pie. When y'all find them continental Africans that be awake, they are just amazing. I love my people, but when I take these times like these, and you find a continental African that's awake, they are a special gem. So mwah, mwah, especially to the African men and women that's awake. And it was a sweet little African girl who made a reaction video in support of me some time back, but she had a full hijab on. And it put me in the mind of the Sex and the City episode where they were in UAE, in Dubai, and they were getting chased out, you know what I mean? The police, they had did something, but the Muslim women, they had secretly hid them and told them to come into like this back hideaway. Y'all remember that? And when they came in there, they had showed them that they all had on the fashions and that, like, yeah, we like you too. We understand you too. Girl, put sex in the city in the comments if y'all remember that. Do y'all remember that part? That's what it was like when you have people. Yes, Sex in the City too. Yes, if y'all remember that, just put SC2 in the comments if y'all remember that part, because that's what it's like when I had that Muslim woman. Yes, honey, okay. Girl, it's the most precious thing. So when you have a continental African that's on your team, you be like, don't even know. And sis, now I'm not, as far as sexual fulfillment, I think African men and women may have some trouble because they're conservative, okay? I'm not saying you need to just come for an African man, all of this and that and the third, because I told y'all it's some, they skipping some numbers in 12 play, okay? They going to 7, 7, 7. That's all they're going to give you out here. And I feel that in my spirit. And 8, feel me, I'm so hard. You better hope it is. You better hope it is. But what I was saying was, my point was this. The ones that's on code, sis, we can work with them. We can really work with them, sis. Now, it's some ones that's goofy as all hell. The ones that's slow and asleep and still talking about missionaries are good and they like white people and stuff like that. You know, you are very beautiful. That whack ass game, the one that said you like chicken. I go to this place, King's Bakery. This guy every time. He's so sweet, but it's the light is on, but nobody's home. So you kind of, and they low key be trying to flirt. You be like, well, if you don't go on, because they all give me nephew energy. They're all my nephews, okay? You like chicken? Yes. Yes. So imagine being on a date with a guy like that, you know, and he's like, has zero game, like zero game. Okay, and he try to make his move, but it's a little weird. Like they make their move like Mister in the color purple. How are you? Y'all remember when he had the hat on? Oh, I gotta go to school. I gotta go to school. How are you today? But they would be like trying to give you a massage, right? And you'd be like, he'll say, do you like massages? You like massages? And you be like, yeah, they cool. Yeah, they straight. Yep. Do you mind if I massage you? And you like, well, no, I'm cool. Oh no, it is okay. It is okay. It is okay. And you see, in our culture, we do this with friends. And you thinking, is this nigga really? It is okay. And then let's just say one of y'all get the massage. It'll be like you realize this nigga trying to fuck. And he got his hard dick on your back. And he told me, it is okay. It is okay. It is okay. It is okay. Let me pump. Sis, it's that energy. I'm not. It is okay. No, you don't understand. Massage. A massage. That the head bob. It is okay. Let me pump. Girl, none of that. So when y'all come on my thing, flirting with my nephew, the one that make the pizza, don't do that. Don't do that, sis. The lady that was like, I would eat anything he made. Hey, I'm not being sexual or nothing. Sis, this man is 27 and developmentally, when you come out here to a third world country, they on this shit and they gonna feel 14. So don't do that. Stay out of his inbox. Like, don't. I told y'all in that other video I had, as far as dating dynamics, when it comes to us Gambian brothers and sisters and mixing and stuff, this is the perfect dynamic to build. We gotta understand healing don't involve the genitals all the time. We gotta come up out of the bed and we need to build something. Cause this ain't the breed of brother nor sister. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. Shit, whatever. It's nah. You can't be turned on by poverty, sis, unless you one of those masculine women that want to be on some take care shit. You should see all of these men as your nephews to a certain degree. Okay? So that whole, oh, he fine, y'all, cut it out. Because you gonna come out here and see them sleeping in conditions and living in conditions, and you already can tell that, you know, we out here building, and you got the majority of them, or however many of them, some not all. You can tell the thinking is already delayed. Don't know who their enemies are, so that tell you a lot. So don't come out here expecting some, you know, let's save that energy for Nigeria. Let's save it for Nigeria. I'm being dead ass, sis. Say that for when we do the Nigeria trips, the Ghana trips. But for the Gambia, for me, if it were me, and I was single, my homegirl coming out here, don't do that. What you need to do is wait for the B1 brothers coming over here. The B1 brothers coming over here, y'all both here. Stop trying to think the grass is greener. I'm gonna get me an African man. I'm gonna do this. Life will knock your ass in the face and give you a brother from your damn city that you just so happen to meet over here. You better understand how your ancestors work, because I've seen the caliber of black people that we are attracting in this movement. Not us. When I say we, I mean we as a collective. Like, you either gonna be the person that's for the liberation or not. So those of us that are, we can see each other clearly now. B1 men all day. Exactly. That's the only thing y'all need to be checking. And B1 women, fellas, B1 women more than likely, they work on their feminine grace. They working on their body. They got natural hair. Hello. Working on their business. Hello. We done studied Scheherazade Ali. You may have something that's even probably okay with doing the polygamy thing. That's B1 and on some Scheherazade Ali shit. B1 women are top notch. I even had a sister that wrote me, and she said, sis, it's some of us B1 women that are okay with the thought of polygamy. Would you consider doing a video and not talk about any people that, you know, don't agree? It's women that's B1 that are open to this conversation. Would you have one with us? I said, girl. All right, y'all still there? Okay, we back. Ooh, refresh your screen. Okay, so I would say, yeah, those are the women I want to hang out with. The Scheherazade Ali's, most definitely the Queen of Feuds types, the ones that can heal their body, that's not mad with the black man. You know what I mean? Like, those are the only ones that's worth checking for. And the B1 men that I see, we're going to be so happy to have y'all, because as you know, Africa needs a serious cleanup campaign. It's not okay for the family to be feuding when we got predators walking around amongst the children, raping and murdering and molesting. Y'all wouldn't even want to see how easy it is to come in here and be treated like a king if you're a piece of shit. So the black men that's on code, y'all the only ones worth talking to, and the only ones I want to see with the sisters coming over here. It's going to be a natural thing. It's going to connect you guys. It is. It's going to connect you, because the ones that's okay with the cleanup campaign, the brothers that know what needs to be done, we love y'all. We need y'all. We need your strength. Period. And so that's what I'm saying. It don't matter where he from. If he not about beating the colonizers and getting them the fuck up out of Africa, that needs to be our #1 campaign for the next couple of years. Is when white and Europeans come here, they need to start thinking twice before they come here. It needs to be a little bit not as comfortable for them to be here. That is something that I would love to see in my lifetime. Because they're a little bit too comfortable coming here and shitting on the people. And aren't you just tired of them, period? Tired of, and you ain't coming over here to see their ass no way. That's not what you wanted to see. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of committed to. So the B1 women, the B1 men, the beauty of y'all, and you can be African and B1 too, because people say it's divisive. She talking about B1 and black people, like shit, like stupid as hell. We'll come to the States, we'll come to America and put up every multicolored flag and shout out and rep their nationality from everywhere else when they're in the States. But we come out here and act like we black first, and talking about we divided. Like, girl, I don't have time for that type of mental illness. I know a lot of people, there's a lot of undiagnosed mental illness and a lot of undiagnosed autism in this motherfucker, if you ask me, okay? Okay? You look at the vaccines and shit. Vaccines already make you crazy. give you ADHD, all types of shit, right? And imagine like a whole population of people that just get it shoved on them all the time. You don't think people, it ain't like people around here talking about, let's go get tested to see if you think, look, all the brain damage going on, people carrying shit on their head, from back carrying on with traditions, okay, that were perverted, as I said in another video. You got people out here carrying bricks and shit, motherfucking cars, beds, and shit on their head. You don't think that does any type of brain damage? I said, you know what, I'm gonna tell the truth in this motherfucker. They're gonna be real mad at me. There's people with mild brain damage walking around here talking about this tradition. Y'all remember back in the colonial period, they had us doing what we were naturally doing. They perverted it. They abused it. They made it into torture. Yeah, it was okay for us to carry things on our backs and carry things on our head, but oh baby, don't you know, when it came to slavery, it was even more. And don't you understand, when people were able to do differently, they still didn't, because we carry on the same practices. We even carry on the same eating that we did on the plantation. Don't y'all? I said, Lord have mercy on us. I'm not okay with seeing that. Still treating yourself like cattle and oxen with mild brain damage, and you wondering why people around here without good sense. These folks have been dumbed down, drugged up. Dr. Amos Wilson said poverty is a form of violence. They've been so dumbed down, drugged up, and in a violent condition. When they finally have pure, fresh drinking water of a solution, it's closing up their throat. They're not even used to it. Don't even know it's good for them. They just know it's not the Kool-Aid. And I ain't even mean for that pun, but they may as well keep it there. They drunk the Kool-Aid. They drinking Kool-Aid, and you come in with water, and they like, no. That's what it is. So I get it. I understand why they had to get rid of the coons in the Haitian Revolution. I really do. I really do. And the people that are mildly coonish and conservatively coonish, as I said, the people that's always projecting the fears and stuff like that. So those are the other coonish people. But nobody wins when the family feuds. And China has actually said, they treating you like that quote. It said they have to be the dumbest people on the planet. How about that? And they laughing even harder because they're being called out on their shit. And we can't find our head from our asses on our team to get it together. Lord have mercy. But anyway, until today. So those of you that understand, y'all not, you not sleep to it, you be one. Get ready for a great experience out here in the Gambia. Like, all the other stuff is just noise and chatter. Again, I have to say this because I'm a woman, I know, and you got to say more stuff like this. Like, guys, I'm having the time of my life. Some people project their stuff like, I know you got to be going through a lot, all right? No, like, we really, like, when you realize you've been working your whole life to live like this, and I even have to be modest sometimes with how good it is out here, because it's even, you get hated on for living well in Africa. You do, like, shit, you know what I mean? Like, damn. So that's really interesting to me. So a lot of things I'm having to keep under wraps. It was one time I went shopping and I just knew I had spent too much, right? And I'm cheap. I'm a cheapskate. I don't like to pay for shit. In fact, this is a head wrap that I've converted to a dress, to a shirt, and to a skirt. It's a lot of different ways that I've worn this and stuff like that. Like, I like to stretch the dollar. That's me, okay? But one time I went shopping and I just knew I had bought this jewelry and all this stuff. I was like, God, I know I spent too much. And after it was all said and done, you know how much I spent? $100. $100. Like, when you come out here, you be trying to put a dent in your money. I'm a minimalist. I don't need a lot. I just like my business to be successful and do my thing. But you end up saving so much, you live so well, and I will continue to tell you, do whatever you gotta do to go ahead and cross over and get here. It's not for everybody. Marcus Garvey was correct. He was correct. We don't want all black people over here because there's some of y'all that seeing it, it's a good life, and y'all ghetto as hell and dysfunctional as hell, and it's like some of y'all are the ones that Marcus Garvey wanted to leave over there. So don't come over here with all that shit. You know what I mean? Just because you see a homegirl like, oh, I'm gonna come over there with all right. And you're gonna quickly find out this is not for you. So remember, this is still for a certain type of person, okay? But you'll find all the reasons why they were trying to keep us out of here as far as our money being able to stretch. It blew my mind. It blew my mind with how much you'll save and how much you'll retain and how productive you become when you're in a healthier environment. Your relationship will get better. Shout out to the doulas that sent me some messages because y'all know I'm not gonna have this baby until we get some doulas over here, okay? But anyway, that's all I got. I'm so glad that we got all these like-minded people coming. Yes. What you say? Yep, we got, yep. Like-minded people up in here. It's a beautiful thing. Minimal is maximum. Yep, it sure is. I don't need anything. Y'all saw how much I brought. Over here was one bag. So, those of y'all, some of y'all gonna have an issue. I'm gonna be honest. Some of my black sisters, y'all gonna have an issue. Cause you need too much. Y'all too high maintenance. You know what I mean? I can be, but you kind of, it humbles you. We gotta take away a lot of that westernized shit. You know, as you see, I don't need wigs. I don't need all that extra stuff going on. So if you can learn how to do that, you know, yeah, one bag. That's all I had was one bag. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna need them. Yeah. Trust me. Yeah, he said you're gonna need them. Trust me. Oh, definitely. I'm gonna always need. Again, okay. Look, I want to say something else. It's nothing more of a turnoff than think you gotta be one person, and they come with that fear at the end. Oh God, like y'all. I love what you're doing, but you know you may want to consider your message and the way you come across. Do you not know that our minds block people like that? Like we don't like. I don't even want you in my properties, to be honest. I don't want to ever meet you. I'm that real chick. Like if you want to do that's got a problem with my tone and you like it, because I'm very clear about what this is and how I come across and all that type of stuff. But I'm very clear about the average black person has been dumped down and really doesn't bring a lot to the table because they've been programmed not to be of value. So it's no problem for me to be able to just call out our shit and see what you want to be a part of and the people you don't want around you. It's some people that's in our midst that's saying they be one of the countries, but it's looking for the next shoe to drop. That's really just like, but let's just be careful. Let's be careful. Don't come to the party. Please don't come to the party. I'm serious, and I know my husband be like, don't be telling people, you know, we need the bookings, but he kind of understands. I don't care. I don't want to be around people like that. Hey, how you doing? What's up? You know, I like what you're doing, but you know, sometimes you need to kind of, no, I'm not even that girl. I'm gonna be like, okay. Like, just that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even want that issue. Like, I just hope you just stay where you are. Like, cause black people like that are coonish. They think that you gotta be nice to have a revolution. You see what I'm saying? Like, if that's you, if you like the bitter black woman, that type of shit, like, oh, we can't. I'm very good at making myself invisible, but I love the B1 women that are clean. Lord, they got a clean mind. I can see who you are. I can definitely see who you are. I love you, and I want you guys to stay close in the network because there's a lot of rewards that are waiting on you. Okay? Yes. All right. That's all I got, you guys. No, we don't want no half steppers. Email Chanel. For those of you that want the matchmaking. Like I said, I'm more inclined to do it because now we got a big network. And we know it's people that's really coming to heal. We know we're in a different mindset and context. So sisters, if you're trying to be on some regular shit and think that you bum and it's about finding the right, I ain't trying to, wrong ones. That's why I say they gotta be B1. They gotta, because this is not the place or time for any more of that gender war fighting. This is about really, being a family, being a wife, being sisters among each other, having sisterhood, and taking care of these children and procreating. Let me say it again: procreating, procreating, procreating. Okay, so we need to have a community of people that are okay with this, that are okay with building generational wealth and what that looks like. If you are one of them, we want you in the womb school, first of all. Okay, so we know women that's B1 on code, you got to come in the womb school so you can be amongst us, because you do actually get a lot of priority in your repatriation assistance as well. We are building a soul community, like-minded community. It's not just for the dollar and all this type of stuff. Like, eventually, this is our army. This is our dynasty, and this is our new Black society that we're building. So, all right, hey, oh, I might not even need 1,000. Give me 100. I like 100. Give me 20. Drop and give me 20. Drop and give me 20. Yes, it is. B1 community is safe. It's gonna be a safe place to be. B1 Kings of Comedy. Speaking of which, I said I may have a club. We're gonna do a lounge. I think it needs to be called B1. B1 Lounge. Like, don't that make sense? Put B1 Lounge. And everybody that comes in has to be what? On code. Those are the only people that can come. That's what I'm like. I think that's kind of nice. I like that. This B1 Lounge. You know what I mean? The logo, everything. I can see it. Y'all see B1 Lounge? You see B1 Lounge? You like B1 Lounge? Wouldn't it be lit? Right? Like, for real. The property is going to be lit with all the nice 90s movies. The Best Man, The Brothers, What's Love Got to Do With It, Waiting to Exhale, all of the classics, the 5 Heartbeats. And then in the B1 Lounge, we're going to have that good music. I know. You see a lot of women in here speaking with some intelligence. Yes. That's what you're going to find. Okay, they're going to have a natural hair, they're going to have a natural mind and some natural good sense, and they get it. And we know we done messed up a little bit, we done came out the program, we know, okay, this is how we need to treat our men. Okay, we need to submit and all of that, Yes, exactly. That's right, please be yourself. That's it. Too many people trying to please everybody else, so. It is refreshing to be around conscious Black people. That's why I'm like, it's exciting. Just go to my Facebook. Be sure to follow me on Facebook because I posted the rooms, and when somebody said in my YouTube comments when I posted the picture there, they were like, it's a 80s. It's giving me 80s and 90s, and I'm like, yes. I didn't realize it, but what's in you is gonna come out. So we are a throwback to the 90s. I'm an 80s baby. What can I say? And it's definitely gonna be some records in there and stuff. And I got a good old school edge. So you should be excited. B1 Lounge. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be amazing. It's already kind of a virtual B1 Lounge going on already in the Black Repack group. So this is what the power of technology and social media can do. It can bring us together so much quicker, and we can be much more productive, which is what scares the oppressor, okay? All right, she said, hope you will sing live. I'm gonna have a band, girl. I've been getting all types of stuff together. I promise you, this lounge is gonna be everything, all right? So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate all my new womb sisters. Make sure you go through orientation. We got you. Chanel get them for orientation. And if you are interested in B1 matchmaking, only B1 people reach out to me for matchmaking at this point. And if you're coming over to the Gambia, definitely get in the womb school for priority and repatriation assistance and get in our Black Repack group as well. All right. Bye.